What is confidence? You already know what confidence is, okay? You've all seen at least one or two of those confidence videos that have started blowing up ever since 2024. I'm not exactly here to tell you that. I'm here to tell you what confidence is not. Confidence is not the art of performing, it is the art of knowing. Okay? I am going to start off with an example. I grew up being a confident kid, as what I thought. I thought I was confident because if I was in a group of people, and I would be the one to do something uneasy, something a little uncomfortable, like go up and maybe just talk to the waiter or something, and everyone's like, we don't want to do that, and I just go up and do it. I would be okay with interacting with people. And so I thought that that was confidence because people around me told me that I am confident because of that. I was like, yeah, I'm confident. But I was confident in front of the world, but as soon as I was left alone, I started doubting myself. I could not be left alone, basically. I would start spiraling and start doubting myself, and I would never be okay with my own presence. So I thought I was confident. I just ignored the feeling of what happens to me when I'm alone. So that was fake confidence. That was the world telling me I'm confident, but now me finding out that was never confidence, because I needed exterior energy to fuel my confidence. And if you feel the same way, you're not confident. That's fake confidence, and fake confidence gets you absolutely nowhere. I know there's people out there saying fake it till you make it. That's not true. You can't fake it till you make it, especially when it comes to confidence. I don't stand by that. So when I dropped out of school, I thought that that little fake confidence that I had, I even lost that. And so in 2024, I started watching all those confidence videos on the internet, like we all did. Um, a concept being sold on the internet like endlessly. And I watched those videos, and after watching those videos, I would walk into a room and I would like replay what Wizard Liz said. I'd be like, walk in the room like you own the room. And I that what that would lead me to is walking in a straight posture, but never actually feeling confident. I'd be walking in a straight posture and everything like, yeah, I own the room, I own the room. But it would never make me feel confident. It just make me feel like an actor, like I'm acting confident, but I don't feel confident. It doesn't fulfill me. It doesn't fuel my confidence in any way. And so, like many things in my life, I gained confidence when I stopped performing for validation, just like weight gaining. Just like weight gaining. I was a very underweight kid growing up. I would be so criticized over my weight by relatives, and so I wanted every single year. I remember every New Year's I would set the goal of gaining weight. And I would fail every single year. Like every year I'd do so much but I wouldn't gain weight. And then in 2025, the start of 2025, I was like, F it. And then that's when I gained it. When I didn't care about it is when I gained it. And now this does not mean that you're going to gain something when you give up on it. This means that you're going to gain something when you stop asking or wanting validation from that thing. Because I wanted to gain weight not because of my own health, but because I wanted people to stop criticizing me, is why I wanted to gain weight. But then because I was doing so much trying to gain weight, but I didn't. And so 2025, I was like, I'm not gonna put myself through all of that again for people's validation. I genuinely don't care if everyone calls me skinny. It's okay. I don't want to put myself through that. I gained the exact amount of weight that I wanted to gain. The exact amount. Not because I gave up on it, but because I gave up on wanting validation for it. Same thing happened with confidence. I wanted, and I assure you, so many of you will be able to relate to this. I wanted to be confident because I wanted the world to know that I'm a confident person. I watched these videos that told me you're gonna get confidence when you stop asking for validation. And so I stopped asking for validation about how I look, about my weight, and stuff like that. And I told myself, I am confident because I don't care about people's opinions. When in reality, I wanted to be confident because I wanted the world to know and think that I'm confident. Do you understand that? Like, I never want to be confident for me. I wanted to be confident so that somebody would come up to me one day and be like, girl, you're so confident. And I bet you, at least one point in your life, thought the same way, or maybe you do feel the same way, because when the internet is selling you an idea, like endlessly and aimlessly, you just want the world to know that you have that too, and you don't actually want it to fulfill you. So when I started these videos, I started talking to the camera. Well, I was talking to an audience, but in reality, I was just sitting in my room like right now and talking to the camera. And so when I did this, I started talking about my feelings, about what I was going through. I started acknowledging my life and my feelings and my emotions onto the camera. And what this led to is I subconsciously started becoming confident, and I realized this exactly a month ago. I was having a conversation with somebody. All right. And I'm not here to flex or anything, but this was just the raw conversation. We were talking about something, and she's like, Fatma, it's just like the way that you're so confident and you're so like okay with your own presence. Like, bro, I don't think I can do that. Those were her words, not mine. And I was like, whoa. Like, I just smiled and she went on with ranting about what she was saying. But I was like, whoa, whoa. Because like a year ago, I wanted to be confident only solely for the reason that I wanted someone to come up to me and say these exact words. But when I stopped wanting that, when I was like, okay, I don't like genuinely like I am trying so hard to be confident. If I'm not, then I'm just not confident. Like I don't want the world to know I'm not confident. Sorry, I don't want the world to know that I'm confident. Like it's just F it. And what I manifested exactly like that happened. My weight, my confidence, exactly when I stopped asking for validation. People on the internet will tell you, don't ask, like you're gonna get confidence when you stop wanting validation from other people, but nobody tells you you get confidence when you stop wanting validation of being confident. Okay, you need to want to be confident without the expectation of somebody or anyone in the world thinking that you are confident. Like if maybe the world thinks, because I was confident, I was trying to be confident, but like my family still thought of me as that insecure girl, and so every time I tried to be confident, they would like say something, or maybe I would drop something in a restaurant, and this time I'm confident, I don't feel embarrassed as much as I did before, and my family immediately is gonna think that I am embarrassed, and they're like, "It's okay, it's okay, it's okay." And I'm like, "Why do you think I'm an insecure child? Like I was that, but I'm not that right now." And so when I tried to start proving to people in my family that I'm confident, and then it just started draining so much energy out of me that I stopped being confident, just started performing being confident. I was like, F that. I don't want to do it. Like if they think of me as insecure, they think of me as insecure. I know what I am, and I know what I'm not, and I can sit with my feelings and my emotions, and I think that is real confidence. And that's exactly when someone came up to me and told me, Fatma, you're so confident, and the way that you are okay with your own presence is just like, I can't do that. Yeah, period. Now this is the bomb drop. You think confidence is perfection, and I don't blame you for thinking so, because the internet, I don't think there's a single person on internet who would say confidence is perfection, but they sell the idea of confidence to you in a way that makes you subconsciously think that it is perfection and that you need to be perfect. That the moment that you are confident, you are perfect. You cannot feel anxious, you cannot feel depressed or anything negative. If you do feel that, you're just not confident. I'll give you an example for this one. I am confident. I can confidently say I'm confident. And if someone comes up to me and tells me, Fatma, you're not confident, okay. To you, I'm not confident, but to me, I am confident. And so, like a few months back, I was in this like competition. I was basically attending this school event, um, and I had to do a play and I had to do an MUN. And both the times, especially in the play, I was shaking so bad. I was shaking so much that like one of the judges, like she was helping me with making this prop for the play, and she was putting the tape on like the thing, and I was shaking so bad. And she was like, bro, like she actually held my hand. She's like, you need to stop shaking. Like it's okay, sit down. I'll make the prop just stop shaking. And I even hijacked the head girl's food because I was like, I'm not okay. So I was shaking really badly. I was so anxious. I knew. I was sitting there and I was like, I am so anxious right now. But I never once told myself that this is happening because I'm not confident. I told myself I'm anxious, but I didn't tell myself I'm not confident, because I know that I am confident and anxious at the same time. And you know what that led to? I won the freaking competition. I got the freaking award. I won the play because I was anxious, and I acknowledged the fact that being anxious is a human emotion. If you think that confident people never are depressed or never feel anxious. You just think of confidence as an inhuman trait to have. You can't like not ever feel anxious or depressed if you like there's something genuinely wrong with you if you don't feel those emotions, bro. You're not human. Because like stop trying to sell the idea of, or even like taking the idea from random people on the internet saying that, oh, when you're confident you're never going to feel anxious, you're never going to feel depressed, you're going to be perfect, you're going to own the room, you're going to own yourself. You're selling me an idea that is going to transform me into not being human, which is going to lead to even more lack of confidence. Because confidence is called, let me like be clear and wind up this entire video. Being confident means you are comfortable and okay with sitting with your feelings and your emotions and acknowledging them instead of ignoring them. That is confidence. If you are depressed, confidence is not to ignore that emotion and tell yourself, I'm so fine because I'm so this, I'm so that. No, confidence is if you're depressed, you're going to sit down, you're going to think about what happened, you're going to acknowledge those feelings, and you're going to try to find a solution for it. You're going to acknowledge it because you're going to know yourself. Confidence is called knowing yourself. Okay? You can't know yourself when you don't even have the courage to sit down with your feelings. You can sit down with your feelings and not even want to find a solution. It's okay. Just sit down with your feelings, know the trigger, and that's it. Just one little piece of knowing yourself is a step forward to being confident. Mic drop.